The way I look at taking big risks is when it comes to improvement, when it comes to developing the right habits, habits of mind and habits of action. The way I look at it is the big risks punctuate the overall process of improvement, which means that the overall process is a gradual step-by-step process, right? So what I mentioned to you, Andy, is you go into that situation, you're just nervous from being in the presence of an attractive woman. That's a very small step, but it's actually the foundation for everything else, right? So if you just get accustomed to that consistently over and over, then that sets the foundation for future success. Let's say after you're comfortable being in a bar environment, or you're comfortable being in a social situation where there's attractive women, and you can get into conversations here and there, but you don't have really interesting conversations. They're boring, they're kind of flat, they're kind of dull. There's no sexual energy, there's no flirtation, and so on. Well, in that case, you know exactly what you have to do. You focus on that one skill, right? Get into conversations with women. And every conversation you get into, try to flirt a little bit. Try to introduce a little playful sexual energy, a little masculine, feminine dynamic, right? Whatever that means for you, because like my sense of masculinity is different from your sense of masculinity, and so on. Same thing with women. But if at least you're trying, regardless of what the reaction is from the women, then you're improving your own skill, right? So it's a step-by-step process. And then in between this gradual process of improvement, every once in a while you take a big risk, a big leap. So in this case, it might be you're getting into conversations with girls and you're trying to flirt each time, flirt here, flirt there. And then in one interaction, you just grab her by the waist and pull her in for a kiss, right? Massive risk. It's totally different from anything you've done prior to that. And it's an excellent teaching moment as well, learning moment. Because you're taking the risk. She might react positively, negatively, she might want to kiss you, she might not. That's her decision or her option, right? Point is, you're actually taking action and acting through your desires, right? So this is the kind of massive risk that then will punctuate your overall gradual process. Now, there's another guy who's a little bit more advanced, and he does that 10 times a night, right? He's grabbing women right and left and pulling them in, getting physical with them. So for him, that's normal. Well, in his case, it might be something else that would be a massive risk. Maybe trying to get a girl outside of the club, trying to just take her, isolate her outside, right? That's something that he's not comfortable doing. So for him, that's going to be a big step. He's okay getting physical with women. He's okay even trying to kiss women in the bar context. But to actually physically move the situation from inside to outside, right? That's something that he doesn't do. That's going to be a major moment for him when he's finally able to do that, okay? So that's how I think of the balance between taking big risks versus gradual, consistent improvement. You don't want to do too much of either, and guys that succeed consistently understand this, because if you're focusing too much on simple, easy stuff that only pushes your comfort zone a little bit, then you're never going to make massive progress. You're never going to have those big leaps, right? And you might say, well, I'm just going, slow and steady. It's just a little bit, that's what I'm comfortable with. But deep down inside, you know that you're settling for less than what you could be doing, right? On the other end of the scale, you don't want to make every single attempt a massive, massive risk, because then you're just going to drive yourself into the ground. You're just going to totally burn out, and you're going to exhaust yourself. And you see this, I see it all the time with certain guys. Their attitude is, well, I'm frustrated, I'm not getting anywhere, so I'm gonna try to make out with 10 women every day for the next month. And this is a guy who has, had one girlfriend his entire life and hasn't even talked to a girl in the last 6 months, right? So the frustration is understandable, but that guy is going to burn out within a day or two, right? Even if he is able to go for the kiss 10 times a day, right, every day, after a day or 2 or 3, he's done, he's finished. Because that is such a massive departure from his current reality. You have to build it up, right? You have to gradually build that up. And then, from time to time, you take a big leap from that strong foundation, right? And then after that big leap, you learn from it, get some results, make some progress, then you go back to consistent, gradual improvement, right? So you're looking for sustainable improvement, which comes from sustainable action over time. And it doesn't take a long time either. It could be a matter of weeks or months, depending on your specific goal, depending on your specific situation, your challenges. It could be a year and a half, because everybody's different. But for most guys, significant progress can be made in the span of months. 3-4 months. And when I say significant progress, I'm talking about going from a situation with no dates to a situation where you have 2 or 3 dates a week. And it's a complete lifestyle change, right? Because now you are a guy who is getting first dates with women all the time. What does that mean? What kind of a life are you leading now? How are you functioning now, right? It might be you're going from a place where you're getting a lot of dates, but you're never getting physical with the girls, right? So you go from getting lots of dates every week, a couple months later, you're getting sex consistently, multiple times a week, right? Or you're meeting really compatible women that are excellent relationship prospects, right? Girlfriend prospects or wife prospects, okay? So whatever your specific situation, I'm confident, based on everything that I've seen, that significant progress can happen in the span of months, sometimes in the span of weeks.